favourite thing to serve for vegetarians for celebration things like Thanksgiving and Christmas. And it's a roast sweet potato, just slices of roast sweet potato topped with a lovely pecan and parmesan topping, so it goes all crunchy in the oven. And we're just going to add a little bit of thyme for fragrance. So we'll hop into the kitchen and I'll show you how to make it. Our oven on to heat up to 180C, which is 350F. So, and I've got my massive sweet potato here. I'm just giving it a scrub. I don't like to peel veg because I don't know, too lazy, and yeah, there's a lot of nutrients that are in the skin or just under the skin. So I'll just have a look. I've scrubbed it, but there's a few blemishes and stuff, so we'll just give it a little trim up of anything that looks a bit icky, but yeah, don't worry about it too much. I'll just get rid of the bottom part there. And we'll just slice it into slices about 1 centimetre thick, so kind of like a bit less than ½ inch, and we'll just put them on our tray. Try and get them you know, as even thickness as possible, because then they'll cook in the same amount of time. Easier said than done, of course, with a massive. If your sweet potatoes wobbling around a bit, you just chop down one side to make a more stable platform. Put them in a single layer. So we'll give them a drizzle of olive oil, and we'll make our. So I've got sweet potato left, but that's okay. So now we'll make our crust topping. So I've just got 100 grams here, which is about 3.5 ounces of pecans, so which are really festive and Thanksgiving-y for me. So we'll just finely chop those. You could give them a blitz in the food processor if you wanted, but kind of can't be bothered to get it dirty. And I actually think it's nice to have this mixture kind of unevenly cut, so you get a few big chunks for interesting texture, but then you also get kind of some finer, almost crumb-like pieces of nut, and that's going to help kind of form the base of our crust. So that's another reason why cutting by hand is good, because you have more control over the consistency. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So we've got a few big chunks left still. I might just hand chop a couple of the really large ones. Okay, that looks great. So we'll get that into our little bowl. Comes out, and good old microplane grater. It's about 2 handfuls of parmesan in there. It's about 35 grams. So I'm just going to give it a little drizzle of oil just to kind of moisten that and bring it together. And we're going to pop in some. So I've got kind of a bunch of thyme here from the garden. So I'm just going to break some leaves off and stir those through the crumbs. And I love, like, thyme's such beautiful, fragrant flavour. It goes with so many things. If I had to choose a favourite herb, I'd possibly choose thyme, but it would be tough. So we just want a couple of tablespoons of thyme leaves, and then the rest I'll scatter over the top. So just give it a stir, and I don't think I'll season this because there's so much salt in the cheese. It should be okay, and we can just give it maybe another couple of tablespoons of oil just to moisten it and make it look a bit more like a stuffing. Yum. Okay, that looks great. So we'll get our tray and a spoon, the stuffing over, and kind of pat it, crust over, pat it down a little bit so it sits in place. But we want it to be kind of crumbly and lovely, so don't stress about it too much. Try and get an even kind of layer across all the sweet potato again, so it cooks in about the same time. And we'll just scatter with some more thyme leaves just to make it look pretty. And that's going to make it smell amazing when it's baking as well. Black pepper and sprinkling of salt. And it's going to take about 45 minutes to an hour for the sweet potato to cook, but the crust will probably brown up sooner than that. So I'll put it in for about half an hour, and then we'll check in on it, and if it's looking too brown, we'll just put a cover on. Okay, so our sweet potato's been in for half an hour, so we'll just have a little look. It's looking pretty good actually. It's not over browning, but I'll just have a little dig in. So it's starting to feel tender, but still a little bit of crunch in some of the bigger ones. So it's not browning up too much. So what I might do is, at this stage, if it was browning too much, you just pop some foil over the top and keep baking. But I'm just going to leave it in for another 10 minutes. So I'll just turn it around and yeah, give it more. It's been in for 45 minutes altogether, and now looking lovely and golden. And when I test it, it feels nice and tender, even in the thick bits. So that's good to serve. Might just sprinkle it with a little bit more salt, but yeah, it looks really pretty. Oh, and we're serving it just with some sour cream on the side.